All right, back on Morning Line, our final segment with our guests as you see the Wild West Comedy Festival, 737-7587. If you have a question, Lucy, I just wanted to let you hit up real quick, and we may take a call or two. I see a couple coming in. But tell people what they need to know.
Yeah, Wild West Comedy Fest starts next week. It's the 16th through the 22nd. We have shows every night at Zanies. We've got 2 Monday, 2 Tuesday, and then it spirals into like 4 or 5 for the rest of the week.
That's awesome.
So it's going to be really busy. It's super fun. We have Big J Okerson, who's one of my favorite comics. He does all crowd work, which is quite something to see if you haven't seen it before. I mean, he came and did a weekend, and both shows were completely different, totally based on who's in the crowd. We've got tons of podcasts, Jimmy Pardo's podcast, Brian Callen's podcast. Kevin Smith sold out all 4 shows already. I think that's the fastest I've ever seen anything sell out at Zanies.
What's the capacity there, by the way? How many people are we talking
around
about?
290-ish.
Wow, okay. Yeah, which is, again, a great setting for that.
So it's going to be a really, really fun weekend. Everybody is... So at Zanies, we like to stay until the very last show, clean everything up, and then go over to Broken Record Show. So there's not much sleep happening during the festival, but we have stuff all over town too. T-Pack, the Ryman. It's star-studded.
Is it? How big a festival is this nationally? Is it one of the biggest in the country?
I guess out of Comedy Fest, it's their 3rd year, so it's still growing.
Right.
But Comedy Festivals solely with stand-up, so not including like Bonnaroo or Coachella or things like that. I would say it's pretty big.
Okay.
People travel to come to the festival.
So there'll be people coming. The comics will be from around the country, some of them, a lot of them, and then obviously people who follow that are going to come here. This will be like the center for comedy in the country.
We have Brad Paisley hosting a show at Zanies. It's you never know what to expect.
That'll be you never know who will show up.
Yeah.
All right, Luke, I know you want to talk a little bit about Third Coast Comedy Club.
Yeah, so we just secured a spot in Marathon Village because comedy is blowing up here. I mean, there's some kind of comedy every night of any day of any month. So we are going to have a 100-seat theater and then also a bar. We're doing a fundraiser on Kickstarter right now. And so if you go to thirdcoastcomedyclub.com, then you can get a link to that. And we're doing a fundraiser next Sunday, the 15th at 12th and Porter. So you can check that out on the website as well.
Good. There's another comedy club coming. And what about Chad? What do you want to say about that? Well, show us. I know you'd like to show this
off. This is the certificate from last year we won from Guinness. It's declaring us as
the longest stand-up comedy show was achieved. Pretty cool. Yeah, raise it up there. You can see that. Just there you go. Look at that. How about that?
So we're going to beat it on record. It's May 15th through the 23rd at the East Room. It's going to be incredible. $10. It gives you a 24-hour day pass. There's other options available. You can save money by getting a week-long pass for $60. But 120 comics, people from all over the country. A lot of celebrities from the Wild West Festival will drop in and hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Guinness actually sends out certificates when you set a world record?
They will send a guy to you and present you the certificate, which is what they...
For all the world different whatever, and this world record, that's what you get. That's pretty cool.
We had to pay for a guy to come down and actually do that. You don't have to pay that. That's an option.
But you're in the book now.
Oh, yeah, we're in the book.
Or online or wherever they post it now.
Everywhere.
Mr. Bates is on the phone.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Brian Bates. Listen to this. He can't get enough attention.
Fresh off that album recording.
Recorded a CD last night. Now he's got to stomp in on our action. What do you want, Bates?
Well, I love the fact that it took Nick the entire show to realize that the Broken Record Show and the Wild West Comedy Festival are 2 different things.
Thanks for boning me up on it.
Way to go.
They set me up. They took care of me.
We're an official part of the festival. The Wild West people, we just started this. This was a scrappy thing.
Yeah, Brian.
Local comics started just to have something to do during the Wild West Festival, and it's turned into this huge deal. And the Wild West people have been really helpful about. They've really supported us and taken us under their wing, and they've made us an official part of the festival. So
how about that,
Brian?
Brian?
Them because. Brian, you're right and you're wrong.
Yeah. Story about the ghost that haunts Zanies.
The ghost, Ron Douglas died inside Zanies years and years ago. They say it's haunted. That's a bunch of crap.
Is it? Well,
we've seen things.
Yeah. Oh, there's orbs. You've seen orbs. Oh, yeah.
Mike and Dean has
They stay really late and they drink and then they see things. Yeah.
Brian, have you seen things? Have you seen it?
No, because my shows are always packed, so I
think they said it went pretty well last night.
I was the only one there, but I will say
I had my own show to do.
Yeah. Well, thanks for Lucy to coming. Not the rest of you guys. But
Brian, I don't
It
think
went
you're helping
really
us promote
well.
anything right now.
Brian, are you thinking of coming back to News Channel 5 and helping me on the Plus?
well, not after hearing Chad. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll come back. I'll
Chad
start.
will take
I can
over
start
on
today.
something like that.
Chad will become the new
Chad, tell us more
producer.
about working at
He's
WVLT.
stressed.
Oh, yeah. So I worked in local TV and radio.
You said you were in Knoxville.
I'd been
Chad's
at this
pitching
one
his
station
resume.
for about 4 weeks. I was a tenured veteran, and I'll never forget this.
Wait,
My
what
boss,
did you do? Were you on air or were you camera? What would you do?
I was just a production schmuck.
Okay.
And so, but I'd been there 4 weeks, and I was in the newsroom, very busy environment. My boss came in, he interrupted everything. He's like, "Hey, everybody, I got an announcement to make. Today, Chad Ryden gets a raise. Give it up for Chad, everybody." I was like, "Sweet, that's all you want. Is a little bit of recognition, a couple extra bucks in your pocket."
Yeah.
So I go into the studio that night for the newscast. Top story of the day: Congress raises minimum wage. That's the kind of job I had.
I was going to say, because that does not sound like TV.
No, it was not fun. Ended up quitting and doing comedy. This is way more lucrative.
Is it way more lucrative, Brian?
Get out the game, kids.
It depends on how good you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian makes a ton of money. He's Mr. Moneybags.
He said that yesterday, I mean, you're not afraid of following someone, Brian, who's really good.
Well, when you check the audience, when everyone there is your friends and family, it helps.
Oh, that's it. Hey, are you going to help him out breaking the world record again this year?
Yep.
Absolutely, if they'll have me.
If Brian was an integral part of last year, and he,
Yeah,
of course
I
will
remember
be
he
there
was
this year.
talking about that.
We created this thing so that local comics would have stage time. We decided why not have a show where there's too much stage time. So that's what we've done. Brian, of course, will be there, and all your local favorites who are of a proficient standard will be there, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
And Brian, I mean, since you left Channel 5, how many years has it been now? 2? 3?
Just a little over a year.
Just over, okay, it's just over a year. So has the comedy scene changed in your book since you left here locally?
I think it's just getting better.
Yeah, that's what Lucy was saying. It's just getting bigger, and
Yeah.
we've got now this Third Coast Comedy Club, and others maybe will start coming here.
Yeah, I mean, Chad doesn't like the fact that we call ourselves the It City because he doesn't want all these people coming here, but I think it helps
It's fine.
coming here.
I get offended by people saying that Nashville's cool all of a sudden. Nashville's always been cool.
Yeah, but it's getting cooler,
Other
isn't it?
people
Or
are
is it-
figuring that out, and that's fine. But I don't know.
Well, yeah, you just
It's
have a
always
lot of
been an
people
awesome
moving. Yeah, it is. It's always been great. In
Yeah.
fact, we lose a little bit of the character.
Well, if people are coming here because they want to be at the cool city, those people aren't cool because they're following where somebody told them
were
it's
already
cool.
here.
Yeah, so they're diluting our cool. So I don't particularly care for that, but. There's a lot of personality here in the city, and
Yeah.
man, it's been my home for 16 years, and I absolutely love this place.
Where'd you come here from?
Knoxville.
No, oh, okay, that's right. As you walk in. Brian, any parting shots for your friends here?
No, not really. I'll just say that I'm sure Chad would say that not only does he need comics, he needs volunteers, people to help.
Oh, thank you. We couldn't have done this last year without our volunteers. We had about 60. We have people there monitoring for Guinness on Guinness's behalf, auditing the show essentially. Those people are volunteer. We have other people helping out in different capacities, and then we need butts in the seats. So just come on out and hang out. It's a lot of fun, and we appreciate seeing everybody out. It's a good time.
Sounds good, Brian.
All right, talk to you guys later.
Take care, my
Love you,
friend.
Bye,
Brian.
Brian.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, volunteers, and that's a good way if you want to volunteer, you can get in and see some of these shows.
Yeah, well, not only we'll hook you up with free passes for you and your friends, and so that's a great way to see. Like a lot of the guys that are doing the festival, if a lot of these shows are sold out, like you say,
Yeah.
and you can't see them, well, they'll probably drop into our show, so you can see them for free if you volunteer for us.
Okay, and how do you go about getting volunteer? Just
NashvilleStandUp.com
Okay, just go to the website.
has all the stuff. BrokenRecordShow.com as well. The schedule's all there. All the information you need.
And the idea, by the way, as we wrap it up, kind of in your mind, doing this is just to raise awareness of how big the comedy scene here. I mean, what's the I mean, besides your ego and getting another
It's a
world record.
PR stunt.
Yeah, I know, well, yeah, but that's.
But
a
it's
good
also
PR
stage
stunt.
time. Like there weren't with the Wild West Festival. It's a big deal. Like Zanies
Yeah.
is a celebrity club, and these are big venues. And like a lot of comics that first year felt left out. They're like, oh, how come I didn't get to go? Well, you can't put an open micer up at the Ryman in front of Maria Bamford. That's not
Right,
how comedy
right.
works.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like they felt left out. And it's like, well, okay, what can we do to create stage time for these people? And so DJ Buckley had this idea, another comic, my co-producer, to break the world record for the longest stand-up
What was the
comedy
one
show.
prior, if you don't mind my asking? What was
It was 80 hours set by the Laugh Factory in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
Okay.
2010. So we
that's-
destroyed that.
Yeah.
We made them look like idiots. Like 80 hours is nothing. That's 3 days of comedy. That's nothing.
So this is something we can hang our hat on here.
Oh,
in
absolutely,
Nashville.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where does that, by the way, hang?
This
Is that in your bedroom?
This is DJ
a
Buckley's.
ceiling.
We could order more. This is his baby. This was his idea, so he gets to keep the certificate.
All right, and just again, the tickets to get in, $10.
$10 for a day pass, 24 hours. Come and go.
Okay, so I mean you can come and go as long as you want, and you'll see a rotating scale of
There'll be somebody
comics
different on
with it.
stage every 15 minutes for the most part. During primetime hours, we'll have special shows, and throughout overnight, we'll have some special showcase type stuff
But
going on.
you won't really know when those are going to happen. You'll just have to be there. Or
Oh,
you
no,
won't
it's
know
on the
who's-
schedule.
Oh, okay, but what
And
about
we'll tweet it out.
Drop-ins.
Yeah.
The famous people.
If you follow us on social media, NSUP on Twitter.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys-
NationalStandUp.com has all the things. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll tweet out if Hannibal
if you
Buress
get-
drops in.
Exactly.
We'll tweet
If you
it.
get
And so you'll
word
see-
someone's going to drop in.
That
that's
happened
the-
last year where we would be like, okay, so-and-so's here, he's going to go up in 15 minutes, and then people just swarm the club like from all over the city. And
Right.
so like that'll happen again. So pay attention to our social media, and you'll see when somebody's coming over.
Okay, and then but you can just did you say that you can buy the tickets online or
Absolutely,
not?
or at
and
the
if
door.
not, you can just show up at the door and it's
Yep.
$10, and that's a day pass for that day. You can go for an hour, leave, come back, go.
Yeah, hang out, and we'll have some food options. We'll have food trucks, stuff like that. There's pizza and beer available at the bar. But yeah, if you wanted to go and have dinner and then come back, dude, that's fine.
And you said you go home or do you?
I'll go home and sleep for about 2 hours a night. So
about you?
come see me later in the week and see me walking zombie.
Okay, but you'll go. Yeah, you'll be there most of the time.
I'll be there. If
That
you
room.
show up, you will see me there.
What?
That room just at the end of it was
Why,
just
what-
like,
what's
it
it-
just
why, what's it
smelled
like?
so bad.
We got people that don't leave.
At the end.
We've got air purifiers and candles in place. We're going to
good.
air it out a lot. We're going to make comics go take showers.
Do comics sweat more than an NBA player?
No, it's just some people stink.
You're not leaving for 8 days.
And they
It
didn't-
added to the vibe of the whole
We're
show.
fixing
the
that
vibe.
vibe. We're making that vibe smell so much better this year. That's the one improvement I've made. Is we're
Hey,
it's
by the
gonna
way,
smell
are these
better.
rooms smoking rooms?
No,
No.
you cannot smoke.
Oh,
You
God.
can smoke
I like
outside.
that. Outside, but not inside.
No.
No, Zany's. I don't think Zany's has been a
Zany's
smoking
last
room
smoking
for-
show was 2006, I believe. It was.
Is that right? It's been that one. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good. All right.
It's distracting to the.
I would
well,
think
to
so. And
everybody,
then afterwards,
really.
just a mess. That's great. But you'll be able to get beer, pizza, something along those lines.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys,
Oh, thank you.
best of luck. It's nice to meet you. I'll have to
Great to
drop
meet
in and
you.
check. Brian's always.
Yeah.
I've seen him a couple of times. Nice to meet you,
Nice to
Lucy.
meet you.
Thank you. This is exciting just to watch. It's just another sign of Nashville's growth.
Come on
Things
out and
coming
hang
that
out.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
If you want to support the new club too, we're going to have improv, sketch, stand-up, so every type of comedy at the Third Coast Comedy Club. So check that
how
out.
many different kinds of comedy are there?
Well, if you count, I mean,
Okay, what we got improv,
Unintentional.
yeah, unintentional, exactly.
Idiots.
Unintentional.
Idiots on YouTube who think they're funny but don't
Okay,
have an audience.
okay. Yeah, I like watching guys eat
the
ghost
cat
peppers
videos.
and you know,
Yeah,
that's
okay,
on
but,
there.
all right, so
There's-
Improv, stand-up,
Comedy is a very
stand-up.
loose term.
what's
sketch.
Okay, sketch.
Comedic plays, variety shows, live podcasts, talk shows. I mean, we're going to have anything
The
you
game
think of.
shows.
Yeah.
What, game shows?
Game shows.
Yeah, perfect timing game shows.
Oh
are
yeah,
great
and
one.
that's part of the festival.
Yeah,
now.
that'll be Tuesday.
What do
night.
you mean? How's that?
At Zany's?
There's a live comedy game show that we started doing at Zany's 5 months ago, I want to say. It's once a month, and it's hosted by a local comic named Ben Sawyer, and 2 other local comics, Sean Parrott and Gary Fletcher, played drums and guitar during the show, and it's going to be an awesome show for the festival. Ralphie May,
Oh, that's
Sarah
cool.
Tiana,
That
John
sounds neat.
Reap, and Jeff Tate and Emma Arnold are all going to be competing against each other, and it's all written by local comics, and
Okay.
so that's a new addition to
Well,
the festival too.
I hope people watching take note and get
Yeah.
out and support the comedy here. I mean, we think I hear all about, there's sports in this town, there's music, but comedy also, and it's
Yeah.
great. And nothing makes you feel better than laughing. Thanks to everyone
Yeah.
for coming on. Really
Thanks for
appreciate
having
you
us.
coming on this morning. It's my pleasure. Take a break. Be back with a programming note about tomorrow right after this. Stay with me, everyone.
Bye forever.